In the heart of Ohio, the Shirilla family was known for their closeness and quiet devotion to one another. Natalie and John poured their energy into raising their daughters, creating a home filled with warmth, discipline, and love. Yet all of that stability was shattered by a single, devastating moment: the car crash that took lives and placed their youngest daughter, Mackenzie, at the center of one of the most unsettling cases in recent memory. This is not merely a narrative of crime scenes, evidence, or courtroom battles. It is also the story of two parents forced to watch their child stand accused, while holding fast to their belief in her innocence. It is a story of love tested by tragedy, of loyalty in the face of doubt, and of how one event can forever alter the very core of a family's existence. In the Shirilla home, life was guided by the values Natalie held close: education, kindness, and responsibility. She was the ever-present mother, showing up at school functions, cheering from the sidelines at soccer games, and making sure her daughters never went without support. John, more reserved and steady, provided balance, grounding the family with quiet strength. Together, they worked to give their daughters, Danielle and Mackenzie, the stable foundation every parent hopes to provide. Mackenzie, the younger of the two, stood out for her energy and warmth. She was outgoing, full of dreams, and surrounded by friends. She shared a deep bond with her boyfriend, and often spoke of the future she imagined for herself. To Natalie and John, however, she remained their little girl, the daughter who filled the dinner table with laughter, who still sought their advice, and who reassured them she would make them proud. Then came the night of the 31st of July, 2022, the night that upended everything they thought they knew, altering their family's story forever. Mackenzie, just 17, was driving with her boyfriend Dominic Russo and friend Davion Flanagan when her car slammed into a building at nearly 100 miles per hour. Dominic and Davion were killed, while Mackenzie survived with serious injuries. At first, the Shirillas believed, like so many others, that this was a terrible accident, the kind of tragedy that sometimes happens when young people get behind the wheel. But investigators soon suggested otherwise. They claimed that Mackenzie had deliberately crashed the vehicle, pointing to video evidence and data from the car that showed acceleration rather than braking in the moments before impact. Suddenly, their daughter was no longer just a survivor. She was being accused of murder.
Can I have your key, please?
Could you please be careful taking this one off so it doesn't break the bracelet, please?
You got it. You got it. No.
Thank you.
You got it. Okay, just keep your hands right here.
Rest in peace, buddy.
He's gonna go verify with the BMV image.
Holy smokes.
With Dominic, her boyfriend.
Okay. How old is Dominic Russo? 17?
Dom, if you do not open, you think I'm joking.
What do you mean?
You know that's exactly what I mean. You're gonna come open this door right now, or there's gonna be a serious.
After the crash, investigators first questioned Mackenzie's parents, Natalie and John, pressing them about her health, behavior, and state of mind leading up to the incident. They wanted to know if anything had seemed out of the ordinary.
Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the band-aid off. Okay. Drugs in the car.
So she was awake but not awake, so she was
In and out of consciousness. She had to be fully extracted from the vehicle. IFD. I know she has a severe leg injury. Like I said, she was speaking, and she had her seatbelt.
You know, 100% is somebody called it in, somebody passing by at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in, what, the car was just smashed somewhere?
Yeah, so what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road. They went...
Right here in Strongsville?
Yeah, in Strongsville. That business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends, that's dead ends right there.
Once finished, police turned to her close friends. They asked about Mackenzie's recent moods, her relationship with Dominic, and whether she had shown signs of conflict, stress, or health issues that could shed light on why that night ended in tragedy.
in the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she heart broke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history that they were fighting, I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
It could have just been like a careless mistake. Like, I don't think Kenzie, even if she was like at road rage, if she was arguing, I don't think her intention was to kill two people no matter what.
Screenshots.
It's just a track. Yeah, it's like my parents have me in a circle so they can see where I go, and it just follows you wherever you go.
And Davion had us in.
Yeah, when you can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there. I thought that they might have been on psychedelics. Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like an 8-hour to 12-hour. Like,
you cannot sleep.
Yeah, you cannot sleep.
You can see the exact time they left the house. I don't know.
That's mine.
The courtroom became the stage for the battle that would follow. Prosecutors painted Mackenzie as reckless, manipulative, and dangerous, calling her hell on wheels. They claimed she had intentionally ended the lives of Dominic and Davion, fueled by emotional turmoil. The trial captivated not just the local community but audiences across the country who saw in it a story of teenage recklessness turned deadly. But for Natalie and John, the trial was not a spectacle. It was their worst nightmare unfolding in real time. They know their daughter not as the headlines describe her, not as the prosecution paints her, but as the young woman they raised from childhood. They cannot believe she is capable of the crime she now stands accused of.
In any way that she can. She's like devastated and tragic. He was the air that she breathes, okay? And they went with his cousin. We spent all kinds of time with him after the accident. What was the other thing?
I'm hearing an awful lot about your daughter. I'm not hearing very much about the two dead people.
Dominic, okay? I'm asking you for leniency because this was a tragic accident that she does not remember. And Davion, he's a new friend. And I'm so sorry.
What does that mean? His life is worthless?
No.
When Mackenzie was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years, the Shirillas were left to grapple with the finality of it all. The gavel had come down, and their daughter was now behind bars, her future stripped away before it had even begun. But Natalie and John have not stopped fighting. They have continued to stand by their daughter, insisting that the crash was not intentional but the result of a medical emergency, possibly a seizure.
Now, Shirilla's parents are speaking out, insisting that the justice system got it wrong.
Show me one piece of evidence, one, that says she did this on purpose. Show it to me. Here it is. That's it. Then she's right where she belongs, and she's guilty of it. But
Poor families think she did it intentionally, and she didn't. And and they don't know. There's information they didn't see. There's information they didn't have. There's information we didn't see or have.
Should she be in prison for murder?
No, absolutely not.
Should she be in prison for aggravated vehicular homicide?
I don't know
I don't know about the aggravated part because I don't think you can still say why was going on the car. Should she have been charged with reckless vehicular homicide, 2 counts? Absolutely.
Not if it was medical.
The couple has faced criticism for their unwavering support. Some argue that they are blind to reality, unable to accept the possibility that their daughter could be guilty. Others, however, see their devotion as an extraordinary example of parental love, the kind that refuses to abandon a child, no matter the circumstances. For Natalie and John, it is simple. They know their daughter, and they believe she could not have done what she has been accused of. Life since the conviction has been a painful adjustment. Mackenzie is incarcerated at the Ohio Reformatory for Women in Marysville, while her parents visit, call, and write to her as often as they can. She fills her time with painting and journaling, often clinging to the phrase, "The truth will set me free." Natalie and John hold on to those words too, using them as a source of hope that someday their daughter's case will be revisited, and justice, as they see it, will finally be done.